Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is James Hilton. Tonight on our Hallmark Playhouse, we present a dramatization of a deservedly popular play written by that very fine American playwright Zoe Akins, who won the Pulitzer Prize in 1931. Our play is Morning Glory, and it handles with great sympathy and discernment the theme of a young girl's dreams and ambitions. Now, the dreams and ambitions of youth are both tough and fragile. They can be handicapped by early success as well as by failure. And their ultimate success is part of the general problem of coming to terms with life itself. These are among the many interesting angles of Miss Akins' story, and its title, Morning Glory, well suits the freshness with which the whole subject is approached. In a play like this, an extra special something depends upon the actress who takes the chief part, and for this reason we are especially lucky in having with us Miss Elizabeth Taylor. Broadway, where every actor dreams of the one part that will come his way and launch him to stardom. To all actors, the name of Louis Easton, Broadway's top producer, is magic, and this day he is casting a new play. His outer office is filled with hopeful aspirants, some old, some new, and the inevitable young actress with stardust in her eyes.
You're Robert Hedges, the great actor, aren't you? I knew you right off. May I sit here next to you?
Of course, young lady.
Mr. Hedges, I want you for my first friend in New York. My name's Eva Lovelace. It's partly made up and partly real. It was Ada Love. Love's my family name. I added the lace.
How charming.
Do you like it? Or would you prefer something shorter? A shorter name would be more convenient on a sign. Still, Eva Lovelace in Camille. Or Eva Lovelace in Romeo and Juliet. Sounds very distinguished, doesn't it?
I agree wholeheartedly.
You see, I don't want to keep my family name because I shall probably have several scandals while I live, and, well, I don't want to cause them any trouble. Until I'm famous, then nobody will mind. That's why I must decide on something at once while there's still time before I'm famous. Don't you think there's something very charming, something that just suits me about Eva Lovelace?
It fits you beautifully. Very beautifully.
And you speak so beautifully. And I know I speak so nondescriptly. Would you be my dramatic teacher? Give me a lesson every day right off?
But I...
Oh, I'll pay you. Not at once, because I only have enough money for a certain length of time. And another thing. I must have a teacher that believes in me unequivocally.
What?
Unequivocally.
You mean unequivocally?
Yes, that's it.
Ah.
Merci, monsieur.
All right.
You see, those are the sort of things I've just got to learn. I'll give you an IOU after every lesson, and when I begin to make money, I'll buy back the slips of paper. Let's start today.
I'd better think it over, my dear.
Oh, wonderful. Then you will be my teacher.
Oh.
Did you ever know Ellen Terry?
Yes. It was a long time ago.
Was she very, very lovely?
Yes. The very loveliest thing I ever saw in all my life.
Oh, I've always known she was. Did you ever see Sarah Bernhardt?
On stage and off. Many times.
More wonderful than Ellen Terry?
They were both wonderful. Bernhardt broke your heart. Ellen Terry mended it.
Oh, I suppose I shall never be wonderful. Not wonderful like them. But I've something very wonderful in me. You'll see. You'll help me with all the great parts. Lady Macbeth, Juliet, Cleopatra.
Well...
Hello, Bob Hedges. How are you?
Oh, fine. Feeling fine again, thank you, Mr. Easton.
I'm sorry the part we have for you isn't too big, Bob, but don't worry. One of these days I'll be producing Shakespeare again.
Oh, please do, Mr. Easton.
Who are you?
This young woman, Mr. Easton, is a pupil of mine. She's anxious to become an actress.
Really? I didn't know that young women anxious to become actresses ever took the trouble to learn how. What's your name?
Eva Lovelace. You like it? I could change it if you don't.
Oh, it's charming, my dear. Bob, go into my office and sign your contract, huh?
Thank you.
If there's one person in the whole world I prayed particularly to meet, it's you, Mr. Easton.
Well, thank you. Have you had much stage experience?
Oh, yes. In Franklin, Vermont. That's my hometown. I starred in the little theater.
Oh.
I play all sorts of parts. Hedda, you know, Ibsen's Hedda, of course. The old woman in Singer's Riders to the Sea. And Kitty in Shaw's You Never Can Tell.
George Bernard Shaw?
Oh, of course. The one and only. There will always be a Shaw play in my repertoire, as long as I remain in the theater. Of course, I expect to die at my zenith. My star shall never set. I've sworn that. Have you read Molnar's new play, The Golden Bough?
Now, look, miss, I own that play. Miss Rita Vernon will star in The Golden Bough.
Oh, but Mr. Easton, she could never do justice to the part.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that if I were you.
I heard what she said about Rita Vernon doing The Golden Bough. I agree with her.
This rude fellow is Joseph Sheridan. I'd fire him this moment, only he happens to be a good writer.
And this beautiful girl with a beautiful mind?
Eva Lovelace. Mr. Easton, will you let me play The Golden Bough when you put it on? If Miss Vernon isn't satisfactory.
Yeah, really, I can't afford to.
Oh, money's nothing to me.
Oh.
Absolutely nothing. I could have married for money if I'd wanted to. Edwin Talbot, son of W.E. Talbot, one of the richest men in Franklin, Vermont, wanted me to marry him. You've heard of W.E. Talbot. The Chow Chow King, they call him.
Why don't you let her read the part? Anything would be an improvement on Vernon.
Miss Lovelace, if there's anything I can do for you at a future
Well,
date...
why wait? In the play you're casting today,
There's nothing for you, sorry. Let's go, Joseph. There's lots of work to be done. Good day, Miss Lovelace.
I know you're a better actress than Rita Vernon.
Thank you, Mr. Sheridan. I quite agree. Au revoir, Mr. Easton. I'm so glad I met you. I've always reverenced you for the fine things you've done in a theater. Au revoir.
The girl's a character.
I think she's got something. I like her.
She's got nerve.
Wouldn't she, do for that bit in the last act?
Heavens, no. Well, we'll probably never see her again.
I wonder.
Hello, Mr. Easton. How'd the opening go tonight?
Great, Harry. Looks like a hit.
How could you miss with Miss Rita Vernon?
Thanks, Harry. You know what you're talking about. Oh, Joseph, if you tightened the second act a bit, it would play better.
I'm going to write you a play in pantomime, and I won't be forced to listen to you ruin my lines.
Now, look, this is supposed to be a celebration. We're having a party tonight at my apartment for the entire cast, and... Say, isn't that character, Eva Lovelace, sitting inside that broken-down restaurant?
Yeah, it is. I think I'll go in and talk to her.
Stop wasting your time, Joseph. Come on, there's my car.
I'll see you later. Remember me, Miss Lovelace?
Why, of course. You're Joseph Sheridan, the writer.
Bob Hedges tells me that you show great promise as an actress. Why did you stop going to him for lessons?
Well, I've been very busy. Things have been looking up for me, something wonderful.
Oh, well, I'm glad things are going well for you. You know, I've been worrying about you.
Why, there's no need for that. But thank you. Oh, well, I've got to be running along now.
You're not going out in that thin coat in this rainy cold.
Oh, I like to feel cold. It makes me feel strong. I shouldn't like to go about swathed in furs unless they're sable.
Come on, I'll take you home. Where do you live?
Oh, well, now, isn't that stupid of me? I just can't remember the address. You see, I just moved. I didn't like the quarters I was in.
Sure. Sure, I know exactly how it feels. I've been through it myself. Can you use some money?
Why, Mr. Sheridan, did you think I moved because...
Oh, no. Of course not, Miss Lovelace. Do you mind if I call you Eva?
I'd adore it, Mr. Sheridan. Joseph.
Oh, well, now that we're good friends, would you come with me to Louis Easton's party tonight?
Oh, I couldn't. Yet it would be wonderful to see him again.
Sure. And when the party is over, I'm going to see to it that you get a railroad ticket to Vermont. You're going home, Eva, where you can't get hurt.
Oh, but I'm not going home, Joseph. I'm going places.